sitting here doing some paperwork. I'm just want me to give you a picture. I give you a picture. I'm gonna really get really personal, really personal. Yeah, yeah. But I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Some people will be Portuguese, Portuguese. Yeah, Portuguese, Portuguese, and but they could call themselves Brazilian. Yeah, yeah. So they're Portuguese. They're Portuguese, and they know about the Benjamin prophecy because I talked about it a little bit, a little bit. I didn't really talk about it a lot because it's fabricated. They say. So some people will be Portuguese, and the prophecy basically said that kike ruined Spain and Portugal by banking. Yeah, that kike ruined Spain and Portugal by banking. That's basically what that Benjamin Franklin prophecy is saying, but it's fabricated. Don't forget that it's fabricated. I'm sitting here doing some paperwork while I'm talking at you. It's fabricated. So there's some people in the building that I work in. They're not quote unquote Latinx, but I'm giving you a picture, motherfucker, about sentiment. Every time I see them, they doing something almost. And if they not doing something, they just not doing something. There's nothing that needs to be done. Every time that I would see them, yeah. So, motherfucker, bruh. So they're ready to be in an environment, and it's just like that Negro and that white guy. That Negro is ready to see that white guy doing his work. That Negro. And when that Negro sees that white guy doing that work, that Negro starts doing his work. And once that Negro start doing his work, then everybody start being like that Negro because they don't want that Negro to look better than them. So now everybody is doing what that white guy did, and now that white guy is frustrated because what made him stand out, that Negro saw what made him stand out. And he started doing what he was doing, and because that Negro was doing it, people started becoming fixated on that Negro. So in order to fix themselves, yeah, I'm taking it here. In order to fix themselves, they're fixated on that Negro. Negro. So now the white guy is not getting his credit, and his boss that's over him could not even have noticed who he was. But guess what? They noticed that Negro. Because that Negro got in the building and he did something off rip just to personify who he was. And that Negro wasn't yet watching that white guy. Yeah, yeah. I'm getting into it. That Negro wasn't yet watching that white guy. Then that Negro started watching that white guy. He started watching that white guy. And when he started watching that white guy, he picked up attributes. And then they told that Negro, good job. Good job. Yeah. Just like a dog would go and fetch a stick and somebody would tell the dog, good job. Well, that's how they tell that Negro. And some people, this is why I act like this. Some people know the condition between servant and master. A horse is a servant to his master. Motherfucker, bruh. And a dog is a servant to its master. So, motherfucker, bruh, you can't mess up the relationship between servant and master unless you take away that master from the servant. So that's how they used to look at blacks and white men, master and servant. So now you see the personification of jail, and you ready to say, why did those Negroes just stay on the plantation? Well, it was the relationship between servant and master. That's what it was. And because it was the relationship between servant and master, that's what happened. Yeah. Yeah. It was servant and master. It was like dog and master. It was like horse and master. And they said slave traffic, moving slave from one state to another state, was just like moving poultry or pork. Do you understand this? So now Nathan Bedford Forrest called for equality, and Robbie E. Lee basically said a Negro can have the sentiment of the white man because of abuse and 300 years of slavery. That's why. So now that Negro will start watching, that Negro will start watching that white man. And he got in a building, he acted a certain way. But he started watching that white man. And he said, in order for me to feel more comfortable in this area, I got to do what that white guy doing because ain't nobody feel a type of way about him. I got to make things a little bit more suitable for me. So he started mirroring that white guy. Yeah. So now that white guy, Jeffrey, he going home to his wife, and his wife don't want to hear it because his wife know that that Negro is on to something. See, there's no Negroes coming in and mirroring her. There's no Negroes, no Negro female with a relationship like me and her maid. They don't. She doesn't have that. So now that white guy acts the way that he acts for a reason. I can come down and know his wife because of how he acts because I've seen that Negro and I know something about something. Yeah. Although I'm personifying Egypt, hey, motherfucker, bro, I can't tell you about Nigeria, but I know something about something. So although I can personify Egypt, I'm still black. So, motherfucker, bro, I gave you a picture about Portugal and the Benjamin prophecy, and that cock ruined Spain and Portugal by banking. That's the Benjamin prophecy. It's fabricated. I don't know if it's true. It's fabricated. So, motherfucker, bruh, they say it's fabricated. So, motherfucker, bruh, I give you this picture because I also told you that a lot of people not Mexican, they want to be Mexican. So I give you a picture of a Mexican national, and I tell you about work ethic. Work ethic. Yeah, yeah. But where I work, is there a white guy in the environment doing what I'm doing? No, 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 no. So all I can do is personify energy like my boss. But then I'm not even getting into what's exposed. I'm just getting into everything I'm talking about. So now somebody would say, Kevin, why you say all this? I would say, because it's all about sentiment. I'm sharing this restaurant, this building with a restaurant according to the job that I have now. So there was a lot of shipment and a lot of stock that was coming in around Christmas time. And there was nowhere to put it. Well, you know, in a restaurant, motherfucker, but you can't have shit on the floor in a restaurant. That's how you get health violations. Motherfucker, bro. So you can't have shit on the floor. Hell no. So, motherfucker, bro, in our stock area, we had a lot of shit on the floor. I'm saying we, yeah. I edit my Tumblr, and I'm doing something according to Pharaoh. We. So we had a lot of stock on the floor. Yeah. And they sent a big professional email telling us that they didn't want that. And they gave us some stock space to put some shit up. Well, now, motherfucker, bro, I got some space in the stock room now that we got. Yeah, I got some space in the stock room, and there's still some shit over in their area. So, motherfucker, bro, their boss is not here. Their boss is not here. And their boss not being here, motherfucker, bro, and my boss didn't give me the order, motherfucker, my job is to take the initiative and just do some shit while their boss is not here. So, motherfucker, bro, I said, motherfucker, bro, I'm going to move all this shit and put it in my stock room. That's what I said I'm going to do. But there's some other shit that I got to do. I'm doing paperwork right now as we speak. So, motherfucker, bro, I gave somebody some work to do, and they basically told me no. Yeah. Yeah. And I told you why people work hard in an environment. People want to be Mexican. People want to be Portuguese. People want to be Spanish. From Spain. 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 I'm telling you something. And that's all I had to say. There it is. Yeah. I'm not mad at the girls, but they can't. Yeah, I'm saying that, but they can't see why I wanted to do what I'm doing. Motherfucker, but the people in the building I'm working for, I'm working in, motherfucker, but their boss is not here. So what I wanted to do is just make everything right. And I don't want no damn woman always having to give me orders. Kevin, do this. Kevin, do that. Kevin, do this. Kevin, do that. Motherfucker, but don't you think there's a time when I got to come down and do something myself? So instead of it being done today, it's going to happen another day. It's going to happen, motherfucker, but don't question if it's going to happen. But I'm just telling you a picture. I told you about the white guy. You want to hear some more about Jeffrey. Well, you think I'm going to sit around and just talk about Night Tonight? Well, it's more than that. I'm telling you why. It's more than that. And a lot of people don't understand why. Why? People don't see why. People don't see why I act the way that I do. Somebody freely eating pork. Motherfucker, but they was moving slaves like pork or poultry. Motherfucker, but I feel some type of way about chicken now. Like, motherfucker, what the hell I look like eating chicken? They were moving slave across state lines like pork or poultry. And then they called that Negro a country, rural, chicken-eating, watermelon-loving buffoon. Why would I'm thinking about chicken now. Yeah, I'm thinking about chicken. I already don't eat pork, but I'm thinking about chicken now. Yeah, thinking about it. Thinking about it. Because I know something about something. I know something about something. Yeah. So I talk about all this shit because do you understand that mindset of getting shit done? Motherfucker, bro, if you wearing a diaper with a feather in your head, you ain't gonna know what the hell that needs to be done. Motherfucker, yeah. And now that white man talking about something, except that son of a bitch wearing a diaper and a feather in his head. He not a savage anymore. I'm like, motherfucker, you see that son of a bitch? That motherfucker wearing a diaper with a feather in his head. And that white man say I'm racist. Joe Biden, Kevin, you racist. Now they call me racist. Kevin, that's racialist. Kevin, that's racialist. I'm ready to tell people, you don't eat. You pick up a fork and knife when you eat. Hitler said of his generals, all they learned to do in military academy is to pick up the fork and knife. Motherfucker, but only time I eat with my fingers is when I'm eating a sandwich. So, motherfucker, bro, if you know something about fork and knife, motherfucker, bro, that makes you civilized. You eating with a fork and knife. Hitler's generals, they learned how to pick up a fork and knife. And they didn't know how to do nothing else. Yeah. So he put a bullet in his head. And now I'm sitting here talking about the cat. Me, I'm talking about the cat. And they oppressed me and they didn't want to give me a sign. Yeah, they didn't do right by me in basketball, a Negro. And a Ukrainian. My basketball coach was Ukrainian. Yeah. I thought he was a white man when I was coming up. But I learned something about something. He's Ukrainian. He's not white. Yeah. That's why he acted like a slave master, because he wanted to be one. He was Ukrainian. I've dealt with them. And let me tell you something. That Ukrainian, he forsook me. Yeah. If I was under that Ukrainian, I wouldn't be working where I'm working right now. And I was injured. I'm telling you the truth. Yeah. I'm telling you something. And he know it, but I don't talk to him no more. And I ain't gonna see him again. Motherfucker, bro. He could be gone now. He retired when I was done with him. So I know something about something. Yeah. I dealt with a Ukrainian. I've dealt with Negro. I was dealing with a grown Negro at 16 years old. And I wasn't sitting down getting counsel from my mama and my daddy. Now, if I get my money, I'm a legend. Yeah, I'm a legend where I come from. And I wasn't sitting down getting no counsel from nobody. When I get my money, I'm a legend. Kevin. Yeah, that's why I act like this. Yeah, I'm telling you something. So everything is about sentiment. Sentiment. I just told you what's going on with me today. I'm not mad at the females. Somebody say I'm just exposing. I'm not exposing. There's nothing to expose. Nothing to expose. I'm not going to my boss and saying nothing to her. Yeah. This is what happens when you don't do the right thing. You're going to be exposed on platform because I need my money. They not paying me. Hell no. They getting paid and I'm over them. Yeah. I don't give a fuck with Christmas Eve. Yeah, you off on Christmas. I got some work to do. Yeah. Somebody say I'm too shrewd. I'm not shrewd. Shrewd is evil in nature. I'm not shrewd. I told you why I wanted to do what I wanted to do. Because the boss for the restaurant is not here. And he sent all those proper emails saying that he wanted some shit done. And now that shit happened. And now that it's time for that shit to end. And I don't want to do it on the 26th, but that's when I'm going to do it. And I might have to do it. My boss went on vacation. I'm getting personal. My boss going to be gone for 2 weeks. So, motherfucker, bro. Yeah, my boss going to be gone for 2 weeks. There's no cameras where I work. Yeah. But I can't go to another workplace and say, hey, my job really trusts me. My boss is ready to go on leave for 2 weeks and I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Motherfucker, but they don't want to hear that shit. Kevin, what's the best thing about your job? They don't want to hear, I got a sense of independence. I can do what I want and I'm still maintaining the business. Yeah. But it's not me, it's my boss. I just work for my boss. Give her credit. But I'm telling you something. Giving you a picture about something. Kevin, I don't think sentiment is true. You don't think sentiment is true? Or what you got to say to what I just said?